Hey folks, my name is Kendrick Celestine. Today in my video I'm going to be talking about relate to the topic. And when I mean relate to the topic, you need to relate to like topics like pretty much what's like interest. Pretty much is like, pretty much what's going on in your personal life or your work life or school life or pretty much doing on the job, pretty much doing at school, pretty much like pretty much anywhere you go, like what type of environment, what workplace is it. And I really want to talk about this, like, relate to at least like a book story or pretty much like, and this is the meetable. The reason I want to talk about this because today, it pretty much was, I wanted to say this because, when sometimes when you have to relate to something, what's relatable to your environment and what I know about, right? So I really got to thinking about related to the things to the topic, like what's about the topic, like relate to like and like relate to the question, answer the question with the person kind of like asks you the question, and trying to answer, say yes or no or maybe or pretty much just say yes or no, and I say I don't know or. And I reason don't be difficult, don't give all the excuses and stuff. And the reason I want to bring this up because it was really, it's actually happened to me today, but it's not like a negative, it's a good thing. So I want to make this a lesson. So I wanted anybody who experiences, like, make sure you try to relate to this, and try to be more understandable to the best you can of your ability. I know sometimes some people have a weird way, and sometimes they respond in such a retarded way, and their answer is like, like what, like who are you, like, and what's this relate to this, like, and the reason I talk about this because it was today, I was at work. I pretty much, I was on my like, on my shift and stuff. I was kind of like, pretty much I worked at a public store, so I was talking to one of my cashiers. I was pretty much was talking about like 9/11 and stuff, but I was trying to make it into education purposes. And one of my head cashiers kind of heard me. I was talking to my cashier about it, so he asked me to come. So I said, and then it's not nice at least to talk about religion, politics, and stuff. And I said, yes, okay, okay. I just kind of went on and it was about it. But like I wasn't even to try to, I wasn't late to those three things on there because I knew what he would say. But I was kind of be more educated or more history to it, so I was kind of be more educated. But it would kind of mean like political view or religion to it, but I wasn't trying to like start up stuff. But anyway, and the reason my head cashier said this because it made me start thinking. You know what? It got me to relate to things. So I need to start relating to the things what's around me. Relate to things what's around my circle. Relate to things what I don't know or what I understand about. And pretty much what I gotta relate with what's going on, even the people who I don't like around me or not, but relate to them even if they don't like it. Give what the customer want, give them attention, or pretty much, or what's this, what makes them happy, what's not making if you don't want to do nothing for them or not. And pretty much like people you go to school with, pretty much you relate to like classmates. Get along, you at the least, get along with classmates if you do not like them or not. Relate to them on the level of thinking, even if they're a bunch of, even if they're good with colleagues, even the ones who ain't shit or not. And the reason I talk about this and this is because you have to relate with people what's in the environment, relate to what's on the job, relate what's unexpectedly, relate to me much what's pretty much is related to. Relate to like the issues, like what goes on in the subject. Relate to the issues is like pretty much what's about this lesson. So one reason I want to talk about this lesson because it was today, and I feel like the only reason I talk about this because I have a hard time like learning, like communicating, relating to the topics, relate to like what stories, like what's in the book and stuff, or relate to at least what's on the job and stuff. And I want to make this a lesson because it's you got to be more relatable to the topic and the issues, what goes on around you. Relate what's in the issue, relate to the question, relate to the answers, relate to at least like whatever what is posed to you, what is questioned, what you have to answer to. Or if a person is saying if it doesn't want me, and if I'm gonna say, okay, now you're not interested. Okay, I'm gonna move on to find somebody else. Person likes me. If they don't like me, it's just, hey, okay, see what it goes. So it can go into both ways sides. So, but I'm trying to is relate to the issues, relate to the topic, relate to what's on the subject, relate to what's going on in the picture. So that's what I'm trying to say here. And the reason I say it is because you got to relate to people who are at least worth the value, worth the interest, either ones you if I don't like them or not, but relate to them. So I just wanted to name this. So I thought I wanted to name this topic because it was just interesting. So I wanted to make a lesson out of it, and this is just a lesson for myself because I should know better because even as a person like myself, I can be able to communicate, and sometimes I'll be off a little bit topic. So sometimes I'll be off subject. So I wanted to relate to this because sometimes you try to be like to this topic, people would change a whole different topic. I said, what does this have to do with this? And I feel like I just wanted to just dress this out because it just happened to me today. And I know I had a reason to say, but I didn't wasn't really talking about like but things you're not supposed to talk about with like religion or politics or sex. None of those things. You ain't supposed to talk about that. And pretty much I want to make a lesson because I was at work today and I was kind of talking to one of my cashiers about this. And we were just kind of being open up it, and I was kind of public, and I was kind of like when I was kind of knowing the customers, so I even had the reason doing that. But I wanted to be more mindful, so I want to make this a lesson for some of you like some of the fellas out there. Please, like. So anyway, I just want to dress this out. So anyway, just to tell them review, relate to the topic. So anyway, like, dislike, comment down below, see what you think. I will continue making more later on in the future. Hope you folks have a good day. Hope you guys be safe and stay prayed up. And try to do is just work on you and love yourself every day. Okay. This is Kendrick Celestine, and I'm out.